Welcome to Bourbon and Badges, the podcast. Season 8, I believe. As you can see, we're one man short again. I don't know what the hell's happening. I thought we
this
had
is like
four.
the 9th episode of season 8. You believe we're in season 8?
Yeah. I've already moved on to we're missing a big head in here because all our faces are a lot larger and my forehead looks like a billboard. So we got Hound Dog missing in action. No, not yours, Rod. Nader,
Yeah, speaking of forehead, I need to do a little powder before I get on next time.
You got a little sheen going up there.
I got the light shining right till I get the good front light, but man, it just bounces off this billboard.
Anyway, welcome, folks. Here we are again. It's just three of us now. Hound Dog had some personal business to take care of, so he said podcast away. So the show must go on. He's doing Hound Dog type things. So here we are.
Dog.
And I want to start just right off the. So full disclosure, been doing a little drinking today, a little day drinking. It's Sunday. Listen. It's one of those days, guys. So listen, we wake up and I'm like, we got to get. We're process of selling the house. We have to get things straightened out. Blah, blah, blah. We said, but let's go get some breakfast first. And we said, okay, we'll get some breakfast.
Livermush.
Well, there was livermush on the menu. I did not partake because I am a Yankee, so I mean, still not there yet. But I know Buck loved it.
Tried it.
I have tried it for Buck, along with the gravy, biscuit and gravy stuff and all that. I've done it all, but I don't order it on the regular, So,
Well, what would a Yankee order down south for breakfast?
Same thing in the north: eggs, bacon, sausage, pancakes, the whole regime. Yeah. But biscuit and gravy isn't a stablemate of breakfast in New York, and neither is livermush. You know what I mean?
So if it was flipped and we were there, what would we notice that was different?
There probably wouldn't be livermush. The fucking menu.
Have things we'd have.
Right.
With that being said, when I bought my last vehicle, I go to Virginia to pick it up. And it wasn't quite ready, so they gave me a loaner. Say, hey, go grab something to eat. And I went to a local restaurant. I can't remember where, but and the waitress saying, we got biscuits and gravy, but we're the only people got left. But the owner, somebody told them they don't sell much of it. She said, but the owner said, hey, this is the South. You got to have biscuits and gravy on the menu.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, and no, I'm not against it. It's just you can't eat a bunch of it, or you end up like a big fat fucking beach ball. Because it's not very healthy for you. Basically eating doughy bread and sausage gravy. You know what I'm saying?
It's good, though.
It's good.
Good, yeah.
It's good, but it'll grow you.
Usually everything tastes good isn't good for you.
Exactly. That's exactly. If it tastes good, it ain't good for you. Throw it away.
I like this podcast.
Yeah.
McDonald's generally doesn't have it. I saw McDonald's today here that has it. Biscuits and gravy at McDonald's.
So anyway, we said let's go to breakfast. Right. Start the day off right. Get some breakfast. And then we're leaving breakfast and we're driving back. We went to some place in Lincolnton, which is a little bit of a drive from us, but we like it because it's like a little country breakfast place, Not like a Waffle House, It's like a little mom and pop country. It's pretty good.
That's not. It isn't called Winter House or something like that.
This one's called the Lincoln Cafe, I think, or something. Okay. Lincolnton Cafe. Anyway, so we're driving away from it, and I'm thinking, shit, here we go. We got to go back to the house and do A, B, C, and D. And the wife looks at me and she goes, you want to go to a winery? I said... In my head, I'm like, anywhere but fucking home right now. So I said, yeah, why don't we go to a winery? So we went to a winery and had a bottle or two of wine and just watched the landscape. It was real nice out and everything like that. And just kind of hung out for about 3 hours.
All right.
And then came home. And, of course, after you drink wine, you're kind of tired. So you come home. We sat on the couch for a minute, and I started watching the hockey and all that. She fell asleep, and so I'm watching the game, and time just passed, and all of a sudden, here I am.
Drinking
Got
again.
nothing done. Yeah, I'm still
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Well, half-eyed and bushy-tailed. Yeah, and here I am. So I'm a little bit wired already. So if I'm a little bit wilder than usual, that's the reason why.
So on the upside of that, they're starting the reconstruction on our house tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Yep. From all those septic tank issues and the carpet and. Because it's completely been.
Well, if you leave those biscuits and gravies alone, you wouldn't have septic tank issues.
Yeah, you're just blowing up the toilet, bro.
How do you eat
Dobie Dog specials?
How do you eat biscuits and gravy and make liver mush?
Go on.
That's how you blew up the septic tank, making liver
I
mush.
expect nothing else.
It goes in, biscuit and gravy comes out, liver mush.
A good old Southern crap.
Just like Mama used to make.
Hey, let me tell you, speaking of crap, and I don't know, I ever looked at all this time, but I got a half a gallon
Of crap?
of
Yes,
crap.
very
That's
old
what it
Barton.
is. Very old Barton.
No.
It's 100 proof. It's probably like, I don't know, $20 for a half gallon.
It's a rye, right?
I started to leave all the dust on it because, that's what we call dusties because they're covered with dust. But I dusted it off and pulled it out of the cabinet, and here it is.
Is it a rye? Is that why it's so high proof? Is it a rye?
Yeah, it's got a very rye. It's just probably a high rye. It's got a very rye taste to it.
Yeah.
A lot of ethanol in the nose. Just a little sweetness, maybe a little vanilla. I think it's 100 proof, I think. Didn't I say that?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, 100 proof. And what you guys drink? I have some bourbon news, man. I'm getting ready to educate you guys.
Well, hang on with your education. Let me see what I got here. Dobie, go ahead. I'm going to read my bottle here because the print's too fucking small.
This is their cheap end version, but it's called Doc Holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Straight bourbon, bottled in bond. It is. This one is about $40, but they have a lot of different ones, and some of them are more expensive. But it's they're honest about it. It's outsourced through Scissatorial Distillers. I believe it's in Indiana. I believe maybe.
Well, it can't be outsourced if it's bottled in bond. It has to be at that one distillery.
Yeah. So it's
Distilled.
sourced from Scissatorial Distillery.
Senatorial? Gotcha.
Scissatorial?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, Scissor Tail.
Oh.
Scissor Tail Distillery.
I don't understand the verbiage resourced from.
It says sourced from Scissor Tail Distillery. It is aged at least 4 years, 51% corn, 36% wheat, 13% malted barley. Color is gold, and about MSRP is $40. It's on the nose. It's supposed to be a kiwi, peach, apricot, caramel. I didn't get the caramel and the light oak. Palate is supposed to be cinnamon, caramel, apple pie, and finishes with a toasted oak, cinnamon, light clove, and light graininess.
Sounds like after dinner drink, for God's sakes. Is it bourbon?
Yeah, so you need to hold your pinky out when you drink it.
Yeah, you gotta do a little of this shit right here.
It's decent. It's got a nice little burn. It's a little dry, but
It's very old Barton. It's straight ethanol.
the reason I got it was
Straight gasoline.
because of Doc Holiday, right? We all know who Doc Holiday is, but here's the cool thing. This has got the emblem on it, but the cap is pretty cool. I'm not making an infinity bottle. I have 3, so I'm not making it.
How can you have 3 infinity bottles?
See, I figured if I started making 4 and 5, then every time I get a bottle, I'll go infinity bottle and get to drink it.
I'm going to say, just because you don't finish a bottle doesn't make it an infinity bottle.
So, anyway, the cap is in a bullet cylinder, a revolver bullet cylinder.
That's pretty cool.
And it's got an artificial cork in the center of it, but it screws on. It's metal, so it's like a metal cap with artificial.
Yeah,
Kind
I
of
heard
cool.
that.
Yeah, so it's decent. I'd give it I'm borderline 7 with it.
Yeah, almost dinner drinker.
Little bit of 7, and the prices are fair. But if you look it up, you can get some of them are like $150 a bottle. I think this one's new for this year, but it's pretty decent. It's a little dry, but other than that, it's not bad. The burn has a little burn, but it doesn't linger. And I'd say you can taste that kind of caramel oak flavor to it.
I pulled back out. Had a couple weeks ago. I pulled out the finished some
Old
one of the
Tough.
old
I know she ain't drink much of that.
No, it doesn't get drank much. But this is basically 100 proof Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, James Beam Distilling Company. Yeah. So it's about 100 proof, and it's not too good. And
I wonder if you
it's
throw
not
some
too good,
distilled water on that thing, 3 or 4 drops, and see what that'd do to it.
it might do something to it.
Might open it up a little bit.
Can't make it any worse. It's not real good. Like from start to finish, it's not good. Like it goes in, it burns from start to finish. So if you're kind of into that, but the taste is just off. Like I don't taste any of the vanilla or shit or any of that other crap that you're supposed to taste, which I can't describe because I'm too weird in the head. Like I don't have that ability.
Well, you do get some wine in you today. So.
It's like a drinking like just straight alcohol.
Oh,
you know,
Old Tub's nasty.
Now, that's one thing with this. Once it burned, the burn goes.
There's
away.
no hints of anything, and it's the kind of burn that you can, if you breathe out when you're drinking it, it goes through your nose, like you ate some of that shit when you're eating sushi. What's it called? What's the green stuff?
Wasabi.
Yeah.
Wasabi. Yeah, it can clean out your nose. Yeah, it's pretty.
So these got pretty decent legs on it. I got this little miniature Glen carrying glass just because I was at that Black Patch distillery the other week.
Mm.
So I thought maybe your hands and head was just bigger.
Just that finger.
Whole cans.
So yeah, that's from the Black Patch distillery. So I got it because I didn't have a Glen carrying glass, so I just picked up that little miniature one when I was there.
Nice.
What was it, that Seinfeld show? You ever see that where he's dating that girl and she had man hands? They show a picture like her getting like stuff off his face. Bill giant hand getting stuff off his face. That's so funny.
I was never a Seinfeld guy, but I hear it was pretty good. Funny show.
Man,
Oh, it was funny.
it's still a classic to this day.
Oh, every time I'm turning around, my wife's either watching that or The Office reruns. She likes.
Yeah, I can't get in the
never
office
did get
either. I can't get in the office.
Yeah,
No.
neither one's for me.
Well, yeah.
Anyway.
What word did you use, Double D, about your whiskey? You said it was sourced.
It says, this is what it says on the, I'm going to pull it up. It says it is,
That's not off the bottle itself for the manufacturers. That's just
it's
some.
the internet, but it says it's sourced. But let me look at the bottle.
Yeah, if it's bottled and bond, it can't be sourced. But that's one thing I was going to talk to you today a little about the whiskey. You know, everybody knows about.
I've heard a little bit about what bottle and bond, but let's see.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be.
Pulling up the light.
The mash bill, distilled, everything has to come from one place during one season.
Yeah, because
It has to be at 100. Released 100 proof, at least 4 years old.
this one is 100 proof.
Well, if it's bottled and bond, it's got to be 100 proof. Because everything's
Bottled-
scrutinized by the
bottled
government.
Bottled by World Whiskey Society, Colorado, Pendergrass, Georgia. Distilled in Oklahoma by Scissor Tail Distillery. What it says on the label.
Well, I tell you how you can find out. You can look on the label. There's a thing called TTB. It's the Alcohol, Tobacco, Tax, and Trade Bureau. And they govern the labels and the wording and everything that can be said about most things, including whiskey. And a lot of whiskey is sourced, and we talked about, being, what's the word you use? It's on the label and it should read like it, tell you where it's from, that sort of thing.
Right.
Distilled
Transparency.
and stuff, transparency.
Yeah, transparency. It should be transparent, but a lot of them's not. They'll say sourced by, a lot of them just say bottled by or produced by. Generally, meaning it's made somewhere other than their distillery. Mm-hmm. But if you don't look on the label, they have what's called a DSP. It's a distilled spirit plant number. So even if it says produced by Hound Dog in Alabama, but you look at that DSP number and look it up, and there's some place, I guess you look up on the internet, and it'll tell you actually where that was distilled from. It's like this very old Barton here is, they have a DSP. It says KY-12. That's where it was distilled, and a KY-113 where it was bottled. Both of them by the
Let's see.
Barton Whiskey Distillery.
So what if mine says James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky, DSP KY 230, and that's it? Does that mean it's straight up distilled there? I mean, that's
Yeah, well, you
it's
can look
not
at
outsourced.
You can look at the DSP number, and it will tell you exactly where it was. Even if,
DSP KY 230.
Yeah, that's
Kentucky,
their
does that mean?
that's their
230?
distilled spirit plant number.
So it says here,
There you go.
age NAS, age at least 4 years per TTB regulations. Don't see a number.
Yeah, if it's bottled and bond, you know it's distilled wherever the distillery is at.
Yeah, this says distilled and bottled by James Beam Distilling Company.
Yeah, that's
Claremont,
transparency.
Kentucky.
Like I said, a lot of places just say bottled by or produced by. I mean, they didn't distill it.
See.
A lot of it comes from MGP, Midwest Grain Production,
So Scissor
in Lawrenceburg, Indiana.
Distillery is located in Oklahoma, has been operating for over a decade, of small handful of Oklahoma-based distilleries.
So another thing, right quick too, is I didn't realize this till today either. Looking at this article, but it says here, not only if it's whiskey or if it can be whiskey and bourbon, but it says talk about the if you do a blend of whiskey and it comes from the rick house on the 8th floor, and they take barrels from the 2nd floor and they bind them together. The color's going to be off because of the way the temperature difference between the two floors. So they can actually add, and they gave a caramel coloring to blend the whiskey to their desired color. And
They just add a color?
it says caramel coloring E150A. It's a food grade additive to stabilize color. Because the barrel has different variants in color per location.
I don't like that.
I don't either.
Coloring added.
So I don't know if that's whiskey or bourbon. My understanding, bourbon, you can't add anything into it at all. So maybe it's just whiskey.
And to me, like, I don't look at the color and determine if I'm buying whiskey. I just buy the shit. It's like I'm not so sure the color is such an important ingredient. I don't know.
I'll tell you a lot of things too that they gave comparison to is Booker's, which is in North Carolina, is a $90 fifth of whiskey, and Jim Beam White Label. Now, Jim Beam White Label, they cold chill Jim Beam White Label, and the Booker's is non-chilled. Non-chilled, you'll have the little fatty, acidy things floating around, which gives it character, adds flavor to it, gives you a much better finish. And it's the very same mash bill, but they cold chilled the white label, meaning they take all that stuff out of it. So you're paying for them to take all the goodness out of it. I mean, you're not paying for it, but you pay for it if you want. Am I saying it right? From Booker's, if that adds any sense.
Okay.
Yeah, the fatty acid and proteins add flavor and length to the pour, and we talk about that on the podcast. For the non-chilled is usually a much better pour.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, man. That is all the education I've got for whiskey tonight.
That went quick.
Go through all that and say I'm drinking one of the bottom labels.
Nice. Well, I want to raise a glass to the United States of America and the Olympians in general, but the Olympic hockey teams, the men and the women, both won gold medals, both beat Canada, and the men's team hadn't won since 1980, if you remember. So we're talking 46 years ago. So I want to raise a glass to the American hockey teams, both men and women, for winning the gold. Way to go, and all our Olympians. We made a good showing, came in second total in medals and second in gold.
That pour's not worthy of their victory.
It isn't. Mine isn't either. But I'm choking it down, so I'm taking one for the team. I feel
Yes,
like I'm
sir.
sacrificing. Yes,
You just got to get that bottle empty, man. You can't throw away whiskey.
Jeez, I know you can't. I can't throw it away. You can't dump it.
Yeah, you got to pour
Make a
something on
pity bottle out
that.
of it.
Make a mixed drink stuff out of it.
So while we're kind of in that ballpark, I'll say this real quick, but one for North Carolina State Trooper. Did y'all hear that? Well, hear about North Carolina State Trooper last night?
Yeah, the one car collision, the wreck
Car
thing.
collision killed in Robeson County.
Where's that, out by the coast? Up because he flipped over into a swampy ditch or something. He
Yeah,
said.
flipped over into a swampy ditch or something. They don't really know much more than that. Trooper Steen Davis Jr.
How old? He looked really young, really
Looked
fit.
young.
So,
Yeah,
so it looked like he looked like he was just out of rookie school
Yeah, I don't think he's old, but
or trooper school.
I would drink for him.
Did they ever say what the cause was? I know they were investigating it.
They're still investigating. Last I heard, all I can know is all that I've been able to find is a one-car wreck flipped over into a swamp in
Damn.
Robeson County, which is down there in Lumberton, which there's a lot of damn swamps down there. It's just shitty area.
Down around Lumberton. Good grief, man! All right, way to bring it down, Dobie. You couldn't say that to last or something. So what's going on in the police world, man? If you like for us to talk about stuff, man, please comment. Let us know. Email us. Tell us some things you like for us to talk about. We'll answer anything. We are unscripted, unsupervised, and we don't answer to any authority, or any administration, so we can say it like it is.
Yep. So this is breaking right now, and this is Sunday the 22nd, right, guys? Is that right?
It is the time of the podcast. We podcast 7 p.m.
It won't be out then, but yeah. It takes a minute to get out. But so it looks like in Mexico, which this is law enforcement related, one of the cartel bosses, one of the bigger ones left after, El Chapo and all that, was a guy named El Mancho, and there was a $10 million reward for him. And well, it looks like the Mexican military unit, which I guess is the equivalent of like our SEALs. Our SEALs trained them. Got into a little gunfight with this guy and killed a bunch of his people and him. So he's dead. And whenever that happens to a cartel boss, all hell breaks loose because the other cartels and stuff will jockey for position. The people inside his cartel will fight for leadership roles and not only that, but they're pissed, And the cartels are a big part of Mexico. So
kind of like some of the guys trying to make rank within the department.
Yeah, cutthroat, right?
Yeah.
In the back.
But the title is...
We used to deal with that, too, when I was at Street Comes in Gastonia. You took off a couple of Bloods or top-tier gangbangers, you were worried about who was going to take over that power, and you would see more your killings and things like that would escalate.
Sure. Yep. No different than the mafia, same shit.
Yep. Same thing.
But Mexico erupts in flames after death of largest terrorist cartel boss. So right now there's an airport in Mexico coming under gunfire. There's a resort area, like when you take cruises and you get off the boat, you go to a resort, or you fly there, destination type resort. And word to the Americans, anybody there, is shelter in place. There's nobody to help you right now. Shelter in place. Don't try to leave. Don't try to do nothing. Just go to your room, lock yourself in your room, and let it ride out until we can get help there. Because it's fucking Mexico,
Man, that's crazy talk right there.
It takes a minute, yeah. So they're shooting up an airport. They're actually deploying road spikes, and they're carjacking vehicles. They're setting fires to buildings.
Now the cartel's doing this, road spikes and everything.
Yep, cartels are doing it. They're trying to take control of an area, and they're shutting down roadways. Several cities have been brought to a standstill. The border state of Tamaulipas, Tamaulipas is right on the border. Is right on the border with us, and as well as the central state of Guanajuato, and the western states of two more names, but they're all being like taken over or assaulted. Scary stuff, guys. When think about it, if I'm in Gastonia, for God's sake, somebody outside starts blowing cars up and shooting up stuff. If you're in Mexico, what do you do? Because nobody has guns there but the bad guys, right?
Oh, exactly right. And it goes back to here in the United States. All these idiots hollering defund the police, and
they have no clue
liberal
what they're
government
talking
has defunded the police. Yeah. And something like that could pop off, and who's going to come to your help? The mayor?
Hell,
city council?
Hell, the New York budget before this new jackass Mandami got in, they were wanting to go to 40,000 officers because they've been short, and they're at 35 right now, and he's taking them down to 33 because of the budget. That's a whole nother story, but they have no idea. They're just so fucking clueless. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about that. But this is pretty breaking in Texas, and Trump has been trying to get the cartels under control with the drugs coming into our country. So this could be, I'm not sure what's going to happen here, because this might be a good opportunity for us to get in there and say, hey, Mexico, do you need help? You want our help? We're here.
Clean house a little bit.
And help clean up. So who knows? But anyway, I don't want to get too deep into that. But yeah, that's happening right now. So El Mencho has been killed, and some people are pissed about it in Mexico. So be careful if you're going to Mexico. We actually have two guys who taken a cruise. They went out of Long Beach, California, somewhere out there.
And you said we have two guys. Who are you talking about?
We have two friends who went on a cruise, and they're cruising
you
to
and
Mexico.
Your wife?
Yeah, friends of my wife went on a cruise.
Okay, all right.
They're on a cruise, and they're heading to Mexico. And we just texted them and said, hey, there's shit jumping off over there in Puerto, wherever they're going. I forget the name of it. And he goes, are you guys going there? He goes, yeah, but they're thinking of changing our itinerary. They're thinking of actually changing the course of the ship to go to another port. That's how substantial in how serious this is.
Would be the smart thing to do.
Yeah,
you know the
why do you
L
want
in
to park a
Spanish.
boat in there? They can shoot the fucking boat up, the ship
They can
up.
flatten the tires, man. You can't go nowhere.
Yeah. Put some holes in it. You're out at sea. All of a sudden, you start taking on water.
I don't think in today's, not to go to political island, but today's political island, I don't think Mexico wants to a U.S. cruise ship hostage.
Yeah.
Is it a U.S. cruise ship? A lot of the cruise ships aren't American based.
Well, there'd be a lot of Americans on it.
Depends what cruise line. A lot of Americans on it. Yeah,
They don't want a lot
that's
of
true.
Americans in there going.
Yeah.
You know.
The Guadalajara airport is under attack too. That's pretty big. People flying in, stuff like that. You have to divert flights. Think about it. I mean,
Like El Chapo, the L translation in English to the, like the Chapo.
the whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and apparently the Navy SEALs trained these Mexican military guys, the team who killed them, and they apparently did a pretty good job. So,
All right, well, good for them.
Were successful.
yeah, that's one. So,
Chop the head off, man. Then you go after the rest of the body.
Yeah. The other thing, I guess, that jumped out at me, guys, is it looks like someone tried to get to Trump again. So Mar-a-Lago last night, again, that would be Saturday night, Sunday morning, a guy from North Carolina, kind of
from North Carolina.
kind of a young guy, right? I believe he was a young guy. He broke into Mar-a-Lago's outer security perimeter with a shotgun and a can of gasoline. Can of gas in one hand,
No pun intended. They lit his ass up.
Yeah,
Shotgun. I really wonder what his plan was, because it's a stupid one, regardless.
Yeah. Anyway, he was of course met with Secret Service agents and gunfire, and he was shot and killed. Right, Dobe? Was he killed?
DRT, dead right there.
7, done.
So yeah, just craziness. Like even if you're legit gonna try to do that, what's the deal with the gas can? And
They're just gonna burn the place down.
the whole place, like with that one gas can, like that.
I'm assuming that's what.
That
Why else would you bring the gas for?
That whole 15-acre place. Just pour a little gas over here. Let me
Yeah,
light
you
this fucker up.
you use it, sparingly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. A little drip here, a little drip
Well,
there.
at least he didn't have to pay as much for his ventures now as he would have 2 years ago.
His family.
Here's the thing, guys. How can you be that stupid? And I
It's
don't care. That's
mental illness.
stupid.
It's mental
to think
illness,
that you're going to get in there.
Yeah.
You
The man who
know
was on,
this-
the man who was shot and killed. Listen, here's a little bit more. I just found it here. 21-year-old Austin Tucker Martin
Was a young guy.
was reported missing by his family. So there's issues there starting this
He's
out, right?
found now.
I think they found. Yeah, I think they found him.
Yeah, we found him. Okay. Martin lived in North Carolina and noted that one of his relatives approached the Moore County sheriff. Where's Moore County in North Carolina? Do we
Kind of
know?
down east.
Down east. Okay.
Down east.
Morning to let him know Martin was missing. So Moore County's where he's from. Where it is. I don't know where it is.
It's not
He
too
was-
far from, I think, the Lumberton area, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah. Looks like that's him right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't look like your average attempted murdering presidential kind of killer, but Mar-a-Lago shotgun wielding madman. IDs North Carolina. Said he had a box of shotgun shells discovered in a vehicle following the shooting. He allegedly entered Mar-a-Lago by driving through the gates as another vehicle left. So he did the old let the guy swipe the card. He went out and he snuck in. Done it many a times. Not at Mar-a-Lago.
That's the
old drive-ins.
That's the Moore County's the Pinehurst area. Mm-hmm. The big golf course is.
Yeah. So that's it. But Donald Trump, the president, was apparently in D.C. sleeping, so he wasn't even on the property. So this wasn't planned out well or anything like that. Sounds like a guy who might just have some mental health issues. He was missing from his family, and rather than whatever you should be doing, he decided to go try to possibly burn down Mar-a-Lago and kill the president. So there you go.
Just go walk in the enterprise.
It's a weekend. You ain't got anything to do. What else you gonna do? You gotta.
It's a slow weekend,
Yeah, man.
sometimes.
You got to plan a trip.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he took a shotgun.
Oh, you need.
Yeah, he had a shotgun.
But
And he had a box
you
of
always
shells.
travel with a gun, don't you?
Yeah, but he's kind of like going a little unarmed, underarmed for that situation.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've got a really dear friend at his Secret Service. I mean, CIA. I mean, he one day we'll have him on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
When we can, when I guess we gets like us gets retired and he actually can talk freely. Secret Service. That's who he's with. He's Secret Service.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I know this guy?
Probably not. He's smart, intelligent, good looking. So you probably don't know.
Well, we're talking about you, right? Well, there's one that used to work with us jointly. I didn't know if it was the same.
No. This guy's from DC actually.
Okay, that's what made me wonder if it was the same one that used to work with us.
Yeah. No. Totally different. But yeah, good fella. He's got some stories.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So we're into the whiskey. We're into the program. We're 31 minutes into the program. What else you got? Bring something to the table, guys. I have nothing.
I'm bringing.
Hey, this is not going to sound right. This is not going to sound right.
Go ahead.
I am sitting on 7 inches right now of snow.
God, that doesn't sound right.
No.
At least you finished the statement.
Well, I think it's quite 7 inches. They're supposed to have 7 inches by morning.
You might want to ease into that. Okay.
Well, I'm telling you, it's our 10th friggin' snow up here this year.
I don't know how to
no
follow
pun intended.
that.
No pun intended. Ease in on it.
Yeah, I don't know how to follow that.
Either.
Okay.
I don't
How about
either.
this? How about this? We have 9 people shot when at least 2 other people opened fire during an argument. So, as usual, this was in Virginia's Shockey Bottom neighborhood. Apparently, 2 people were having an argument. And then, of course, they couldn't come to agreement or part ways peacefully. So they decided to open fire on each other, leaving 2 dead and 7 others injured. So 2 people are arguing, and somehow, out of
Did
2
you say
people arguing,
Shockey Bottom?
Shockey Bottom, and that's spelled Shockee. I would say Shockey. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Shock and EE. Mm-hmm. Shockey Bottom. Never heard of it.
That's not near Paducah, Kentucky.
I don't know where that is. Could be near the guy who.
Paducah, Kentucky, with the stripper that got charged because she got demoted to day shift that Hound Dog brought up.
Oh, that's right, Paducah. Yeah.
Paducah.
So anyway, this deceased were identified as 23-year-old Genesis Tamar Jones, Genesis first name, and 42-year-old Dominique Antonio. About 15 shots went off. Heard some people arguing about 15 shots when the dust cleared. There's 2 dead and 7 injured. Dude, that's 9 people. And like one
good shooting.
Yeah, just one. Yeah, I guess good shooting or very bad shooting if they were trying to shoot at each other.
Shot everybody's butt that they were trying to kill.
Did they even turn the shooter in?
I don't. People were hanging out on the street. 2 groups of individuals started fighting. 2 of them were armed, and nothing ever comes good when there's like thuggies armed in the street. Like,
think about this: how many times as you guys as well as me rode like during the day you rode through your problem areas and you see they're having like a cookout and think to yourself in your mind, we will be back there tonight.
Oh yeah,
and you always are.
Well, Gastonia still has one. It's it happened in 2020 behind Southwest Middle School.
Mm-hmm.
There was like 7 shot, 2 killed, and 1 paralyzed. When we pull up, they're scattering, and there's literally. I mean, I'm not trying to sound bad, but there was Hennessy bottles everywhere, and beer everywhere. It's a block party, and they still have not solved it because the people who saw the shooting will not tell the police.
Oh wow!
They still haven't charged them because they pretty much know, but they don't have enough to get a conviction to stick, and nobody will tell them.
Did you see an interview
there were
with
hundreds of people there?
Did you interview Did you see the interview with the officer that came to Tupac once he got shot? Yeah, he said he did an interview and he said, "Yeah," I said, "Man, he got shot." I go up to him. He says, "I said, hey, guy, Tupac, man, let me just hang tight, man. Hang on, man, hang tight. We got an ambulance coming. You're gonna be okay. Just hang tight." And he said, I asked him, I think I'm paraphrasing, Tupac, who did this? And he said, Tupac looked up and says, his words is, "Fuck you," and then died.
So Tupac took it to the grave.
He says his last words were,
nice.
"F you" to the cop, and then died.
Nice.
Yeah, if you're gonna be gangster, be gangster all the way, man. Like you say, take it to the grave. If you're gonna be a gangster, be a gangster.
And do
die by it.
Do we really give a shit who killed him? Who fucking cares?
Yeah,
Like, really don't care.
You know what we call that? We call it a good killing. One bad guy's dead, and you take a bad guy off the street, puts him in prison. You get two bad guys off the street. That's a good, that's a good day.
Now, if you guys get to me and I've been shot, and you say who killed him, I'm go that motherfucker right there. He's going with me. Yeah, he's going with me.
If I get a chance, I'm coming back around.
Yeah, he's gonna go with me. Absolutely.
Zach, go over there, and Hound Dog owes me $20.
Yeah. His name was Dobie Dog, and he was
Hell, Dobie Dog.
It was Dobie
Well, he took
Dog.
the last of the Maker's Mark. Knobs Creek.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, how silly is that? Like, take it. He wanted that rip. I'm not a fan. Was never.
That's
a
the
fan.
mentality they have.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people don't know,
still-
too. Something like that's called a dying declaration. If he said, Dobie Dog's one shot me, then the officer can testify in court under the dying declaration of the dead guy.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's true. You can use that.
What
in
if
court.
it's a dead rooster, Slow?
What's a
Rainbow
dead rooster?
Yeah. Your rooster is dying. Can you testify on behalf of your rooster?
Yeah, but this rooster lives in empathy. He's not ever going to die.
He's always close by, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
So what do
You know
we
what
have
they say?
about,
Keep your friends close, your rooster closer.
and your rooster closer, or your chicken.
I'm not going there.
Oh, your chicken. So the Guthrie case. What'd you guys hear about that?
I heard bits and pieces, but I hadn't had a chance to dig into it.
I think they're not going to find her. They're not going to solve it.
It was a trick question. The answer is nothing. And I don't understand how after 3 weeks, 21, 22, 23 days, they have nothing. And this lady was taken out of her house by force, indicated by the blood, and taken somewhere in a car, driven off out of that area in a car. Do they not have, they have nothing? Zero?
Well, how sparse is that area? I mean, is it really...
I mean, still, but doesn't even sparse areas like have intersections with cameras?
Say something.
Or,
Somebody's got to open their mouth or say something or see
I
something.
bet that, down there in the rural area they wouldn't have cameras at their intersections.
Well, here's another thing, too. They had to come in her house. So they had to be on that camera. Is that not automatically dumped or on a file?
Well, they pulled up. They went in the back door somehow and pulled up actual footage of this guy, what he's wearing. And they gave a description of him. And they identified the backpack, the holster that he's wearing, all came from Walmart.
Which is too common. You can't really trace. But unless they went to the Walmart in town and they got the last 30 purchases of said holster.
Well, they say they're leaning in that very thing. And, being cops, we all know, and most civilians do know that, they're not going to give you everything in that investigation.
No, they're not going to say.
No, but the tail tape, though, Slow, is they hadn't caught nobody yet, and she's still missing.
You're right.
It's 3 weeks, 84-year-old lady, not on her meds, her pacemaker's fucked.
No, I think it's consensus of our podcast. She's dead.
I think this
exactly
is.
what I was going to say. What you said.
This
That's
is
the very
recovery.
First time we talked, Slow.
This is a
I don't think she's
recovery.
alive.
This is
I
a
don't think she's
recovery.
alive.
Yeah, we're looking for a body, I think.
She's buried out in the desert somewhere, in my opinion.
Do we know? Did they ever pay the bad guy?
Some of the Bitcoin, they did a test run and put like a little bit of amount of money in there to see if anybody would take it. I'm not sure if they did or not. But from what I hear, once you put something in a Bitcoin account, it's gone. It's like you have, what was the guy said? He goes, you have little or no chance, and little left the building an hour ago. Like no chance to find Bitcoin. That's why they pay in Bitcoin. And remember, guys, they had one contact with those folks. There was no proof of life after the initial note, whatever the fuck it was. They don't know if she's alive. They don't know. That's why they're still, hell, the daughter, what's her name, Nancy? Is that the daughter? Nancy?
Yeah.
Huh?
Savannah?
I think that is the grandma Nancy, and she's Savannah. Something like that, yeah. She just put out another plea on one of the social media sites, talking to the, you know how they say when missing people are missing, like those folks that got buried in an avalanche. You hear about that in California?
Yeah.
Yes.
Crazy.
It turns from a search and rescue to a recovery. Mm-hmm. I think this is basically going to be a recovery. Yeah, we're trying to find her body.
Thing too. I mean, something like that. If something was going on and she was not dead, they would have proof of life. if I've got this person hostage and I want them off my ass, I'm saying, hey, here, she's okay. This is proof of life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's dead, and I mean, what's in for the bad guy now? If they hadn't paid, she's dead. Walk away.
Yeah,
you don't have me. You can't find me. Just walk away.
Yeah. I mean, his plan didn't work, and he walked away from it. I guess because apparently they have nothing. To me, it's just sad that everybody can be involved in this, the FBI and them, and there's nothing.
Like, yeah, and I don't think it's regular Joe. I don't think
unless they know and just not saying.
Well, they have to. If they know, then they would have her, though.
No, but I mean, if they know she's dead, and they're just waiting to find the body, but they're
I think the consensus is she's dead.
Yeah, if they have proof she's dead, then how did they find that out? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
they're prolonging until they find her. I think they're just trying to prolong that.
I just heard of all the facial recognition shit, even with a mask on. You can kind of put a face together and stuff, and I don't know. Just the guy was in the house. Like, there's got to be, you know what I'm saying? You always leave something. What's that old thing the detective always says? Anybody who comes in here, you're always picking something up and you're always leaving something.
Oh, yeah. That's first thing they teach you, folks. Detective 101.
Yep. The second you walk in the house, you're leaving something and you're also taking something with you. That's why people, when they walk in, you know, that's why all this trace evidence and all this stuff. And when you leave, bad guys throw their clothes away and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you take something with you.
I'll tell you, there's one thing I always did, too. When I go into a crime scene as a detective, as I walk in the door, I'll put my hands in my pocket. They stay in my pocket until I leave. So that way I won't touch anything. I'm not going to
contaminate anything.
Yeah, I'm not going to, as little as possible, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
I think she's buried out in the desert, or they left her in the desert, and this is going to sound harsh, and I hate it. I wish it were true, but they probably dumped her out there in Coyote.
Well, I don't think regular Joes are in that depth about crypto. I mean, the coin. I have no idea about it.
And leave her.
So how would you know? How's a regular Joe know that's not non-traceable?
Right. No, it doesn't. The guy who did this probably is a crypto guy,
or a computer geek, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Probably. And if you take her out there and leave her body in the desert, there is going to be no DNA found.
Yeah, they didn't leave her though. They buried her. You know, they're not going to leave her out there. They don't want her. They want her never to be found. They don't want her to be left out there with bones and shit. I think they want to bury
the animals. The animals going to disperse all that.
Oh, it'll be gone.
Yeah.
It sounds kind of harsh what we're talking about, but it's just reality.
Yeah, but I mean,
but there's a reason why the mafia guys dig holes and they drop people in them. They don't just throw them in the dirt. You want to bury them out and you want to get rid of them. You take all the ID off the body. You do all that shit. You know. And go ahead.
A lesser note. Mm-hmm. It is so funny. The thing I started with the guys at work. You know, it's a big thing about leaving your car running. Mm-hmm. You know, your black and white running when you're on a call. You inside a house. You leave. You know, it's cold. You leave your car running. Right. Leave it unoccupied. So I found this big old long yellow furry monkey with big long legs, big long arms. And this type monkey like the little kids are wearing, and the arms velcro around your neck like a thing on your back.
Yeah, yeah.
And we started making a game out of it. I pulled up like see Dobie with his car running. Of course, it wasn't his because it's canine, but you put the monkey in there on the dash, and he knows. Okay, I've been popped. And they started doing that, and they started doing it to each other, and just trying to keep up with the monkey. Mm-hmm. And I came into work one day, and I had as a note on my desk, and it's all cut out letters. We have your monkey. We demand this.
A ransom note?
Yeah.
With letters cut out from like magazines and shit?
They see a picture with like guys wearing a hat and a little bandana up to here with a gun stuck to his head, to the monkey's head.
That story is true, Rod.
Hey, and Mike Watts tried to get one of the Indian guys that run one of the local convenience stores to get him. He wouldn't do it because he's afraid of getting deported. This was way back before Trump.
Damn,
that'd been so funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, then one night, was checking shotguns, and I said, Watch, where's your shotgun? He's in trunk. I said, pipe the trunk, I'll get it. He said, I'll bring it to you. I said, you got the monkey. It's in your trunk.
The monkey, yeah.
And he had the monkey.
and then the one that they had, they kidnapped and held it for ransom. It wasn't a monkey. It was something.
You got to keep, you get bored on third shift, man. You got to keep yourself.
They had a ransom though with like Dora the Explorer. You remember that?
Yeah, that was somebody. That was, I think, was that not Robert Bryce and that group that had the Dora the Explorer thing?
Yeah, but it was something, and they held it for ransom, and they started leaving ransom notes.
That's the way it was. That's the way with the monkey. And yeah, I don't know whatever happened to that monkey.
I do remember that. I do remember the monkey.
Monkey still
I was
missing?
kind of down the loop on that because they didn't mess with my car too much.
No, you can't mess the canine guys. Dog eat you up.
Nobody wanted to go in there.
The same thing with your DWI notes.
Oh yeah.
I had to go to court and actually tell the dog ate my homework.
That's a true story too. I remember that because Jenny was like, "You're shitting me." I was like, "No, I'm serious."
Like literally, my dog ate my notes. Yeah.
So
that's fine.
The guy played guilty anyway, so it went well.
Yeah, he's probably he's working for the bad guy. Probably paid him like doggy biscuits or something to eat the
It
notes.
was that first big shepherd I adjusted. I looked around like, what in the hell?
Yeah, but I think
I
think that lady's gone. So,
Yeah, I agree.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be found. I don't think it's gonna be resolved. I think it's just going like everything else. It makes headlines, and the further it takes, the further it goes, the smaller you hear till it just goes away.
Correct. But this is my question. If outside the money, what is the motivation? I mean, it just seems like random. It doesn't seem like somebody you would pick.
The only thing they asked for was money.
It had to be somebody that knew that connection. Did y'all know that was her mom?
Somehow.
I would never known that one was this some newscaster or daytime show host mom. I'd had no clue.
Yeah. Who would know?
They had knowledge of that. No knowledge of the mother. Knowledge of Bitcoin.
I think it's inside because who would really have that connection? Who would make that connection with this lady?
Yeah, crime is generally crime in general is not random.
No, it's not. A lot of people don't realize they think it is, but it's not. It's not random at all. Usually, most times.
Well, and you could call this not random. They took her for the rich family for the money.
Yeah,
and maybe they picked her because she's out in the sticks. She's out in a place that's really secluded. They figured it out, and they thought they could get away with it. And so far, they're right. I don't know.
How many people would know she's related to this lady? I mean, most.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it has to be someone with ties to the family or ties to someone with the family.
And two, another thing, too.
But they're looking at all that.
Oh yeah. There's a lot smarter people than me, of course. And this podcast is.
I'm just saying for it to go on this long, and it's just
it's
not
done.
good.
Wasn't it you, Rod, that sent the link about her daughter, the one that's on CNN? Her husband was tied into the Epstein files. Was it you that sent that?
The family, the family company, and again, so let me just start by saying, just because something is in the Epstein file, or it doesn't mean anybody's guilty of anything.
Right.
Epstein was a billionaire who lived in Palm Beach. He lived in New York. He's a world traveler. Everybody and anybody wanted to know the guy, and he was at all the parties for a while until everybody found out he was a freak. So this is not an indication of anything. But somehow the Guthrie family business of some kind, I don't know enough to speak about it intelligently, but someone mentioned that it's funny that this is happening now that the Epstein files are coming out. And I don't read that shit. I don't go through the 3 million pages. I don't give a fuck about it, really, one way or the other. Short of, I would like the people who abuse children to get their comeuppance. But again, I'm not gonna hold my breath because there's children right now being raped and murdered, and no one's doing shit about it. So, for me to worry about ones that happened 40 years ago, as opposed, there's a lot of kids suffering right now. Hell, 300,000 came across the border unattended and are missing. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, but so something like that, Dobie. I don't know if it has anything to do with it. I don't know how reliable that is, but that's what I heard, and that's what I read somewhere. I read all this crazy shit, though, so But anyway.
But I have no doubt. Two things that I 100% believe. One, there's some kind of connection other than it's not just some guy went down the road and saw her. And
No. This was planned. There's
a planned connection, and it's some connection. And two, I don't think she's alive.
No, she's not.
I feel certain about both of those.
Yeah.
I think it's a done deal. It's resolved. It's not going to be resolved. It's just going to fade away.
And then you wonder too, when that dude walked up to the door, the camera they have on him looked like he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Like he walks up to the door, he's looking around, he sees the camera, tries to cover it with flowers from the flower bed. Like he looked like a bumbling idiot for a minute. Like it just, I don't know.
He shops at Walmart, probably at night.
Yeah, exactly. He's a Walmart shopper. He probably goes in his pajamas with his slippers on. So Anyway, all right, I got one more here that's kind of outrageous. So, if you guys got anything, you want me to
Yeah,
roll?
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Feed the beast.
Title of this happened in Pennsylvania. Senior class president charged with 300 felonies for allegedly running sextortion scheme in Pennsylvania high school. Sextortion. Extortion, sextortion. Okay. A Pennsylvania suburb is in shock after a student who is reportedly the president of his senior class. It's always the president. It's always the president of his senior class.
Any Democrat tell you that to this day?
Exactly right. Exactly right. Just look, it's always the president's fault.
Yeah.
President of his senior class and a varsity athlete was charged with hundreds of felonies for allegedly running a large-scale criminal network by perpetrating a widespread catfishing and sextortion scheme. So you guys are familiar with the term catfishing?
Yeah.
I am not.
It's like when I pretend I put a picture of my face and start talking to you and try to present myself as some.
Hold on a second, Rod. Kind of like the Jeep girl, the girl from New York.
All right, go ahead. I don't know what you're talking about, but
Anyway, so you put somebody you purport to be somebody who you're not, and you talk to somebody. So in other words, I act like I'm a CEO of a company. And
so you're saying like just through text and stuff.
It's fraud. It's fraud.
Okay, I get
fraud.
what you're saying. Yeah.
So, but like on the TV show, catfishing, a person will be
I just
talking.
got it, Dobie. Go ahead.
Yeah, a person will be talking to somebody on the internet. And then finally they'll say, I want to meet you. Well, not right now. And they'll trace the person. They'll go to the house. And the person that answered the door is nothing like the person they portrayed on the internet when they were talking to them. Catfishing. Right. They're trying to make you think there's somebody else. They look a different way.
Yeah.
To get you, to pull you in. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
So anyway.
I'm on board now.
And sextortion, of course, is using sex to extort money from somebody. Okay? So those two things. So this guy named Zachariah Abraham Myers, an 18-year-old senior at a local high school in Peters Township.
He sounds intelligent.
Yeah, it's 23,000 residents, 15 miles southwest of Pittsburgh, small place. Faces 304 charges ranging from sexual exploitation of and sexual abuse of children to unlawful contact with minors and wiretap law violations, according to local reports. Catfishing, of course, the use of fake or deceptive online persona to target others, and sextortion being the process of procuring intimate photos from a victim and using the images to extort money or favors. So this kid apparently used photos of other people to catfish the victims, including posing as a Dutch adult film actress, according to local news. Myers was able to deceive and coerce juvenile males into sending explicit pornographic images and videos of themselves. So he's got kids, juvenile males, sending dick pics and shit, right? Just to be
probably talking about junior high, maybe.
Yeah, but underage.
13,
but
13,
teenagers, I guess, but underage. So highly fucking illegal. Images of themselves and videos. Police accused Myers of targeting fellow students 14 to 17 years old at the high school across multiple social media platforms, including Snapchat, TikTok. Some 1,200 students in grades 9 through 12 attended the school. He's listed as a varsity member of the school's volleyball team, directed a juvenile to have sexual intercourse with 2 adult men, record the video inside the gym locker room, and then send those videos to an account. That's sick. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how he did it, but he convinced the kid to do that.
How do you coerce someone to do that? I mean, that's so layered.
Yeah,
so layered.
But some kids are so lost and want to be so accepted and can be talked into anything. Drug use, and all that shit.
It's kind of how I got y'all to be hosting this podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we got to keep you straight.
What were y'all thinking?
Oh, we'll coerce you into some shit. We got you a rainbow rooster and shit, so we're heading in the right direction.
Hey,
but
I was talking about Rainbow Mountain and Rainbow Rooster to a couple of my Democrat friends up here, though. They thought it was hilarious.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm sorry,
cool.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway, but this kid, 304, at least 14 teenagers sent explicit photos after they were contacted by accounts traced back to Myers, many of which who used variations of their name, different names instead of their own true name, eventually prompted some of the boys to move their communications to Telegram, which is one of those encrypted ones, Telegram. It's on the phone. You can get it on your phone. It's a messaging app. It's called
I've
Telegram.
got to get out more, man. I'm lost on all this stuff.
Yeah, you're on that mountain.
You probably
dude.
don't get reception there.
Yeah,
Get a lot of snow.
It's a cloud-based messaging system. Anyway, Peter's police said the criminal complained in Mr. Morrow's case that he coerced one of the two teenagers to secretly record videos inside the wrestling locker room at least 6 times, victimizing at least 10 others. So what the kid's doing is he's having people make videos. He's had people take videos unbeknownst to other people and all this other stuff. And it's all with kids underage, so they're all felonies, all bad news. This kid's in a shitload of trouble.
I think he's going to prison.
Either that, he better.
And here's the thing.
Where things happen, they don't have video.
His whole life is done.
Yeah.
That's not something you recover from.
Yeah. Some of his sextortion demands were teenagers included $500 gift cards, or the compromising images would be sent to their families or friends. Yeah, it's one of those things. So he's basically threatening people and holding these videos, pictures, and so forth over their heads. Now, you could be in a locker room dressing out from wrestling, not know you're being videotaped. You know, all of a sudden he sends you a videotape of you. You're like, yeah, send me some fucking money, or I'm going to show everybody these pictures, send them out naked like it's from you, or something like that, And,
Yeah.
Right.
So, that.
How do you think you're going to get away with that?
I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you this, and kind of going on that, it kind of plays into that. I was working off duty, which is where we work for extra money at a middle school in like 2015. This 13-year-old, 12-year-old kid decides to send a dick pic of himself playing with himself
Penis.
to his girlfriend,
Penis.
other junior high kid. She decides, I'm going to get back at him because I'm really mad at him. She sends it to her girlfriend, her friend.
She says, I recognize that thing.
I don't like this guy.
Is that Joey?
I'm gonna really screw with him. Mm-hmm. So she sends it to like 6 different people. So now you got like 8 different juvenile cases disseminating porn because he decided he wanted to show his pecker dog, his girlfriend.
Mm.
Yeah, at 13 years old.
Down Wiener will travel.
Yeah, in junior high.
Yeah, I think they call it middle school now.
Yeah, middle school.
Yeah,
middle school.
What was your middle school?
But, hey,
what were your grades? What were the grades of your middle school?
7th, 8th, and 9th.
And mine was 7th, 8th.
Mine was 7th and 8th.
Yeah. Some people's a 6, 7, 8. Some people 7, 8, 9. I never know what.
I wasn't in the public school system either, so mine was 7th, 8th, and then high school was 9th, 10th, and 11th. But the public schools that I would have went to was 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Yeah, I never know what's the best age to start people in high school, because sometimes when you think of 9th grade and you think of 14 years old being in school with 18-year-olds,
it's a funky age. I mean, it's
kind of it's difficult to have 14-year-olds with 18-year-olds sometimes. I think
absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, it's better to keep the 12, 13, 14-year-olds together and then put the 15, 16.
If you got a 12-year-old with a 14-year-old, that's weird.
Well, that's close. That's all right. They're both underage.
Well, in some private schools, is from kindergarten to high school.
Now, my private school was kindergarten to high school, but they were in separate wings. You weren't like going to lunch together. You weren't in PE together. You weren't in classes together.
Wasn't hanging out together.
You didn't go to that part of the school.
Yeah.
I mean, you would games and stuff, but I mean, it was completely like, it wasn't like barricaded, but it was sectioned off in different wings. You stayed in your own little wing.
Yeah, you involved in this winter blast that's coming to the northeast? Are you considered up in there? Are you supposed to get a lot of snow?
No. We're just getting there's just a little hook that that's swinging down east is what hitting us. No, they're talking about feet of snow up there.
Yeah, all of a sudden that's.
But you have to have ID to get to help shovel snow.
Yeah, but you don't have to have it to vote, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, this is a wet snow.
Yeah, no shit.
All right, guys.
It's cold here. It's going to get in like low 20s tonight here.
Well, even up here in the mountains, they talk about supposed to be cold tomorrow. And I'm thinking, it's winter. It's going to be cold every day. It's going to be cold every day.
Yeah, it is February. So.
But I'll say this: the sun is going down later.
It is.
The day is longer.
Yeah, a minute per day.
So it's like like December 22nd. It's like
December
the shortest day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, somewhere like late December. That's the shortest day. It gets to like a minute a day.
Yeah, that's where it makes it pendulum from being short to start being longer and longer.
Like today when I came home, it was still daylight when I left work, which is
well. Speaking of
normally not daylight,
getting longer. Any last thoughts on the bourbon before we get out of here?
Yeah, Old Tub sucks.
It's
again,
pretty solid.
It's very old Barton. I'm wondering why I kept this half a gallon around so long. And now I remember.
You just don't like drinking it.
Yeah, it's one of the things that sucks so bad you forget about it. Yeah. Dobie's the only one. Dobie's the only one has a
by
winner.
Rodnator. Not recommended.
Not too bad. It's not pretty solid. It's decent.
Yeah, cool looking bottle.
It's a cool bottle. I mean, it's probably. I don't keep all the bottles, but this one I'll keep because it's just.
Well, it gets bottle point. It gets
I'm
bottle
gonna make
points.
a infinity bottle out of it.
No. Smartass.
All right, guys, appreciate it, man. If you like what you hear, you like what you see, please give us a like, subscribe. We need the love. Give us some, surely you've been stopped by a cop. You've had a good experience, a bad experience with a cop. Let us know. If it's a good experience too, we'd like to know that as well. If you give us officer name, we'll give them a shout out. Reach out to us, let us know what you think, and we'll have it on the podcast.
Yeah, comment on one of the stories. Whatever.
Hound Dog, where are you?
Hound Dog. We're missing Hound Dog.
And drink responsibly. It's been a Studio 77 production. Actually got that out this time called Hound Dog.
You did. You guys are usually saying it together.